And you're listening to Communities Live on Sheffield Live Radio 93.2 FM with me, Susie Casson, and T-Boy is now in the kitchen. And we're joined in the studio by Laura Claveria from St Mary's Cathedral.
Hello.
Welcome, Laura. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much for having me today.
Great. So can you tell us, first of all, a little bit about St Mary's, starting with where it is?
Sure. Well, St Mary's Cathedral is the Catholic cathedral here in Sheffield, and we are just opposite the Crucible Theatre, so very central. And this is a church from the Victorian times. It was built in 1850, so it has a long history, and it's really, really well designed, really beautiful building. And people who visit us, they feel that it's really impressive. And sometimes I have to say that they are really annoyed because they've been living here in Sheffield for all their lives. I've never been inside, so it's a really, really impressive building.
Yeah, and it's a great location, isn't it? Really
as
central.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah. So how did you first become involved with the cathedral?
Well, I work as a heritage engagement and learning officer at St Mary's Cathedral. I work on a HLF-funded project, which means that we get external funding from the Heritage Lottery to do a really exciting project on the heritage of St Mary's Cathedral. And our aim is to share that heritage with everyone here in Sheffield and hopefully beyond Sheffield as well.
Yeah, lovely. So the cathedral, as we say, is right in the middle of Sheffield. What kind of role does it play in Sheffield today?
Well, it has, I would say, two roles. Obviously, it is a very active place of worship, and any time that you come to the cathedral, you will see people praying or you will see people attending services. But it's definitely as well one of the most important heritage sites in the city centre. And I think it has this double role at the moment, yes.
Yeah, so people of all faiths come in and
yes,
it.
I mean, it is open for everyone to join us, and people are more than welcome to come and have a look around. They don't need to join the services at all. It's just for a case of checking the times of the services and come on other times. But obviously everyone is more than welcome to come and have a look.
Yeah, lovely. So you, as Heritage Officer, arrange a lot of different events. Can you give us a taster of some of the events you hold at St Mary's?
Yes, we have all sorts of activities. We are very, very busy at the moment, which is a good thing. We have guided tours regularly at the cathedral, as well as organ demonstrations. We have family activities on holidays. For example, today we had one this morning, and we have talks, concerts, community projects, exhibitions as well. So all sorts of activities, and all of these are free. Yeah.
Fantastic. It really keeps the building alive as well, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, lovely. So you have an event coming up this Saturday at St Mary's.
We do, and it's a very exciting event. Yes, we are launching the new interpretation and alabaster displays. So we are organising an opening reception at 3 p.m. this Saturday, which is free and open to everyone. And we will be providing also refreshments and nibbles. So it should be like a proper party in the church. And it is a really special occasion because visitors will be able to see for the first time after several decades in the shadows our rediscovered alabaster panels.
Great. And I think there's a talk and a reception, is it? The talk at 2:00?
Yes, at 2:00 there will be a talk, and that will be by the cathedral historian Bill Burlake and the conservator who has been working on the conservation as well.
Great, and that's on Saturday.
That's on Saturday as well.
Lovely.
So from 2 to 4 there will be different things going on.
Fantastic. So the alabasters have been recently discovered. First of all, can you tell us what an alabaster is?
Yes, well, alabaster is a type of stone. It's really soft, it's really easy to carve, and that's why you will see that in for example, many churches or many buildings. So marble, for example, which is similar in the appearance, is very hard to carve. And it's also very hard to find. So you will find marble in Italy, for example, but alabaster is easier to carve. It's also very delicate, and it has this property that the light can come through it. So sometimes it can also be used in windows and different parts of a building. So these alabasters were carved with Nottingham stone, or Nottingham alabasters, which are very, very famous in the medieval time. They were very, very popular, and there was like a really, really important production of alabasters in the medieval times in England.
Wow. So there's sort of a flat stone sculpture rather than a standing up.
Yeah,
figure.
In this case, yes, there are panels. These panels, they tell the story of Mary and Jesus, and they were in the past they were used as altar pieces. So that's why they are like a little bit flat. You know, you can also find other types of sculpture, like in a 3D form, but in this case they are flat because of that.
Yeah, oh, wonderful. And how did you come to discover the alabasters in the cathedral?
Well, the story is really fascinating. Let me just begin from the origin of these alabasters. They are from the 1400s, so they are pre-Reformation, and they survived the Reformation. As I'm sure you know, during the Reformation, things like statues and this type of alabaster panels, they were destroyed because they were against the Reformation. So it was illegal to have them, or to keep them, or to trade them, or to export them. So most of these alabasters, they were destroyed at this time, and only a few survived, and ours are just one of these rare survivals. For a long time, they were displayed in the cathedral, in the church, and then, after many decades, they decided to remove them and to store them. But when they were doing that, they were badly damaged, unfortunately. And for some reason, people forgot about them. You know, it's one of these things, and then for many years, many decades, people just forgot that they were stored in the cathedral. And very recently, when we were restoring the cathedral in 2012, we found them just in time before the building workers were about to destroy them.
Wow.
About to knock them down. Yes, so that's how they were rediscovered.
And so it's the launch on Saturday. Can people come in and see them if they're not free on Saturday? They're going to be on display?
They will be on display, but they will only be able to see them if they come on one of our guided tours. So it's really a special occasion. It will be open for everyone this Saturday, but then obviously they can come back later on, and they will be more than welcome to do that. But it will be slightly more difficult because they are so valuable that they cannot be on display permanently.
I see.
Yes.
Great. So as Heritage Officer of St Mary's Cathedral, you're very busy. What do you find most challenging about your role?
I think it's actually, challenging in a positive way, but it is that busyness. I think that the building is amazing, the stories behind the building are fascinating, and the people who make up St. Mary's are also really interesting. So trying to convey that and to share that very, very rich heritage in such a very short time with this project, it is really challenging. So we are trying to do our best and organize lots of activities and events with the support of our amazing volunteers, but sometimes the days are too short.
Great. And I was going to ask, what do you enjoy most about being Heritage Officer?
Well, I enjoy very, very much the fact that every day is different. I get to learn a lot every single day, and I get to meet people who are really interesting as well, and they are the essence and the blood of St. Mary's.
Great. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, Laura. Can you remind us about the event on Saturday, where and when?
Yes, so if visitors want to join us on Saturday from 2 p.m, they will be able to enjoy a fascinating talk on the history and the significance and the conservation process of the alabasters, because as I said, they were so damaged that we had to restore them recently. So the conservator and the cathedral's historian will be there to talk about this, and then there will be an opening reception at 3 p.m, again free for everyone to join us, and there will be like a proper party. Hopefully we'll have